Well, that's just unfortunate. But we are back today on the hardcore world. Of course, this is a snow-only plains biome. A snowy plains-only biome is probably the better way to say that. Yeah, this is my hardcore series. If you missed the last episode, I introduced the whole thing, built the starter house, which I think I've kind of grown used to at this point. I was a little bit unsure about the beams going all the way across the top, but I definitely think I like it. I like the vibe the starter house gives off, and honestly, I'm excited to build in this style, like all around this place. I do really want some more wood types though. Like, I hope I can find like an oak tree or like some moss even. I mean, the moss would be the most beneficial because not only would I get moss, but I could also get oak wood out of that. I would love to find some dark oak saplings. We do have a small amount of dark oak like over there in the pillager outpost, but I want a renewable source of it for sure. That's not really going to be the main focus of this episode. Of course, if I find any of those wood types along the way, that would be huge. But the main focus today is going to be food. Now, we do have a collection of pigs, so we definitely have some sort of a food source going. But I do want to venture around and see if I can find some cows. Not only are cows a great food source, but I'm going to need the leather for bookshelves, to enchant, to obviously keep myself alive longer than I could without enchanting. It's hardcore after all. I need help. But also, really fast, before we actually take an adventure, let me show you the inside of the house. So, if you remember the end of last episode, I had all my chests over here still, all my furnaces, all like my blast furnaces and stuff. Like, it was gross. It was all over there, all unorganized, and the inside of this house was completely empty. I have since decorated the inside. It's not much. That was weird. It's not much, but I don't really have much to decorate with at this current moment. But you know I gotta get a potted spruce plant in here somewhere. Dude, a composter, a couple leaves, always looks nice. Storage system is now, for the most part, organized. A bunch of wood on this left side. I'm kind of freeing up these top couple chests just for some additional wood types that I can find. Down here we got some like deep slate stone stuff, and I guess some like white blocks, diorite, snow blocks as well. We have dirt, granite. I have some like ores and other random valuable stuff. This one's like decorative blocks. It's all organized, at least to my standards. It should be good for a little while. Then we have like a small like kitchen-esque kind of area. That's what I wanted this to be, but it doesn't really look like a kitchen to me. Just a spot to smelt a couple things. A couple barrels for potential like coal storage or whatever I'm smelting in here storage. And then we also have a chimney over here. This is actually connects to the chimney on the outside, but we have a couple more places to actually smelt things. And of course the bed. Oh, I didn't even know it was nighttime. Look at that. So the inside of the house is decorated. There is a little bit more space above. Like, I'll go into free cam for a second. There's a tiny bit of space up here. Could throw an enchanting table up here. Also, you can see my chests. I could throw an enchanting setup up here eventually, but I think I'll probably just make that its own building. Not gonna lie. I don't normally use, like, the entirety of my buildings. You probably know that by now if you've seen if you've seen my forever world. A lot of, like, the roofs are empty. But that should be enough space for the time being. You don't really need too big of a starter house, in my opinion. I can get away with this probably for a good while. Also, Bunny, what are you doing? There you go. Yeah, so that's the starter house. I think it looks good. Like the log cabin vibe, like the little Viking vibe. I want to change the way this door goes. I feel like this door should open on this right side. That makes just more sense to me. There we go. Yeah, so that's the starter house. I think it's good. I think it's nice. Should keep me alive a lot longer, obviously, than just sleeping outside. But now, let me prepare for a bit of an adventure. What am I going to need? Sadly, a wandering trader has not spawned yet, so I don't have any leads. So I guess I'll just take some wheat. Yeah, I'll just take some wheat. I'll start there for now. I'll take that. I'll take a crafting table, and I'll take a bed. I don't want to move my bed, so let me actually just get a bed from a village. I will run off in... which way haven't I really explored? I don't think I've gone past the village in this direction, so I'll run off in this direction. Mainly looking for... And there's also a cat. Why is there a cat here? Where did you come from? Did you wander all the way from the village? Hang on, wait. This is potentially more important. Let me go over here. Are there fish in this biome? Probably not, right? I know I could actually fish and like gather them that way, but anything underwater here? No, I didn't think so. Let me make a fishing rod really fast. I want to see if I can get this cat. Small distraction, but it'll be worth it. I also want to set up a good way to fish in this world. I think that would be fun. But there is like a you know, stipulation on how you can fish to get treasure. you need to have like, I don't know what it is, a certain amount of space around the water block that you're fishing in. Like, I don't think this will ever give me treasure, this little spot right here. I'm pretty sure it'll only give me like fish and random junk. But I wonder if I can put like a building out here on the ice. I wonder if that would prevent all of the ice from spreading, and then maybe I could fish that way. I don't know. Let me get like 5 pieces of fish and see if I can get this cat if it didn't despawn yet. All right, just give me 1 more piece of regular fish, not a puffer fish, please. And I'm gonna hope this is enough. You know, I feel like this cat's gonna like me. I think it's gonna take under 3. That's my bet. If I get it right, you all have to like the video. If I get it wrong, I'll show you 2 more cat pictures. Sound like a deal? I think it's a pretty fair deal. Okay, dude, please stop giving me pufferfish. I don't want this. Okay, where did the cat go? Please don't tell me it despawned. Oh, there it is. Okay, kitty, come here. Please, love me. Okay, come here, kitty. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, it looks like I gotta show you more pictures of my cat. Don't you go far, kitty. Yes! I got the cat. Let's go. All right, come back home. You can hang out on the bed. Just hang out right there. I got a feather. Where'd I get a feather from? Do you have something to do with this cat? I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. All right, we have a cat now. Of course, you know what that means. Please provide some name suggestions in the comments for our new best friend. And I'll pick a name for this kitty in the next episode. Of course, I do need a name tag, though. I don't believe I have one. But maybe I can get fishing going in a couple episodes, and then we can get a name tag pretty easily there. Or if I go caving today, which I'll probably have to, there's a chance I can find a spawner or something with a name tag in it. There's definitely some ways to get name tags. And I guess if that even takes too long, I can just level up a librarian. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's get to the actual point of today's episode. I want to find some cows. Sheep would be nice too, but mainly looking for cows. And on top of that, since I'm going to be, you know, dealing with animals today, I think it would be only right to make them a place to live that is warmer than what I currently have. I want to make a barn, some kind of cool, like, Viking kind of cabin-style barn. I'll figure it out as I'm going. Perfect. It's snowing again. Oh, I just love the snow. Hold on a second. Yeah, look at that, dude. Oh, I love that so much. Oh, my shadow looks really weird. Not really sure what all that's about. Maybe I need to update my shader settings, but this still looks nice. I recently posted a poll here on YouTube asking if you prefer to watch videos with shaders on, without shaders on, or with a hybrid. And most people said with a hybrid. So I think that's what I'm going to start trying to do here. Just every so often, I'll chuck on shaders. Maybe it's when I look at my new builds, or just for nice cinematic shots, or just for some ambiance or something. I also don't really like watching creators who use shaders all the time. I do watch a handful, but I prefer vanilla Minecraft. It's just me. But I just feel like when you have them on for too long, it just starts feeling weird to me. It kind of doesn't feel like Minecraft as much anymore. Could just be a me thing. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to point that out here as we see a village on the horizon and an igloo and another village. Cool. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I will try to start incorporating a little bit more shader action, but I don't want to do too much. Okay, so I think this would have been where an animal was, but that animal could have gotten out. I see a sheep right over there. Okay, that animal probably did get out. Let me get this sheep secure for a second, and then I'll keep looking at this village here. So I'll leave you there for now. See if I can round up your friends. So there's a pig over there again. I don't really need another pig. Please, just give me a cow. There's gotta be one around here, man. I will continue looking at this village, though. There's probably a lot of goodies that I missed. 3 diamonds? That is an incredible chest. Wow. I have a question. If I give you this, will that stop you from despawning? I have seen a sheep despawn in a boat before. I considered putting that sheep into a boat, but I don't know if that would help. But maybe since I gave it wheat, it can no longer despawn? I don't know. Just kind of checking. There's like a cow in here or something. Did it fall in? I don't think so. Okay, let's move on to the next village. And also let me check out this igloo, because I'm sure you guys all know this, but in case you don't, there's a chance that there is a zombified villager in the basement of one of these things. And it gives you a golden apple and a potion of weakness, so you can cure it right there on the spot. which is actually really cool. Though, you can kind of see through this one. I don't believe this has a basement. Oh, it does have a basement. Sweet. So, let me take a quick nap here. And then I can cure this villager. And eventually, bring this villager back to my area. What's up? So, potion of weakness. And a golden apple. Don't know if I have to break this or not, but I'm just going to do it. Bada boom. And here you go. Cool. Oh, and cactus. That's also really cool. Alright, I'll be back for this villager. I know exactly where this is. It's not too far from my house. I just don't really feel like leading it back right now. Another village off in this direction. I don't want to have to take a cow all the way from over here, though. That would be such a pain. It'll be worth it. It'll totally be worth it in the end. Also, there's got to be libraries in these villages, right? I don't think I've found one yet. I don't know if I've ever seen a snowy library. To be fair, before I made this world, I don't think I've ever seen a snowy blacksmith either. This is some weird generation. There's a cow! There's 2 cows! Yes, okay. That's kind of my search over then. Let me just breed them so I don't think they'll despawn now. Cool. Okay, let me loot this village. And there's a library right here. Wow, speak of the devil. But let me loot this village and then I will bring everything back with me. There's a lot of bookshelves in here. What? I'll be taking everything. That was 11 bookshelves. Dude, I only need 4 more. Honestly, maybe I don't even need cows. I'll still take them with me. But like, that was really easy. All right, now just since I see it in the distance, I'm gonna check out this other village. And then I will head back home. And just like that, the zombified villager is cured. There is also another village over here, and... Is that coal? Huh. I didn't even know it could spawn like that. Oh, that's illegal. Look at that. We found an illegal block. It was brought to my attention last episode, though, that I found a really illegal block. I found a half bed without even realizing. I'll play the clip here on the screen, but like, did not realize that was even there. Did not know that was possible. All right, one more village and I'll call it. Problem with having my render distance so high is that I just keep continuously seeing villages. But I'll just say it now. I'm going to end it after this one. I also wanted to mention this, that in the last episode, I got a bunch of comments saying that I can find moss in shipwrecks. And that's true. But I don't know if any shipwrecks are going to spawn in this world. Maybe under the ocean here? Might actually be a decent opportunity to take a quick peek. But I don't know if they spawn in ice water. Just wanted to put that out there. If you mentioned that in the last episode, I'm not ignoring you. I did see your comments, but just not really sure how that all works, honestly. And I can't be bothered to look it up. Ow. Broken ankle first thing in the morning. What a horrible way to start off the day. I don't know how well I'm going to be able to see under the water. Yeah, I can't really see it too well. I might actually have to take a little dive. I don't have a door on me, which I don't really like. I don't have Fulbright on, obviously. Uninstalled that mod a while ago, but I don't believe I see anything. This might be something we come back to in a later expedition. But for now, I'm gonna head back home. Is this the engaging Minecraft content you guys want to watch? You know that every decision you've made in your life, pretty much, maybe not everyone, but a lot of the decisions in your life have led you to this moment. They've led you to watching me walk a bunch of animals across some ice. Life can be strange. That's for sure, dude. And of course, I'm talking to you in specific, Steven. I know you're out there. And I appreciate you watching. Anyone out there like huge Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald fans? What do you know about Steven Stone? Steven Stone is one of the best champions Pokemon ever had, alright? I don't think that's an unpopular take, by the way. But, just saying it, he might be my favorite. It's probably either him or Cynthia. Cynthia's like the obvious choice, though. I think everyone picks Cynthia. Steven's my guy. I love Steven. He's in such a cool team, dude. Like, Metagross is a sick Pokemon. It's one of my favorite pseudos, for sure. Just cool to actually face a Metagross. That thing hits like a truck, too. Like, I get most champions have a really good ace, you know? Metagross is just so cool. I get it, you know, if you're not into Pokemon, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but there's definitely some pretty good overlap, I'd imagine, between the Minecraft community and the Pokemon community. Like, most of my friends who like Pokemon also play Minecraft, you know? So there's definitely some overlap in there. And if anyone out there is wondering what my favorite Pokemon is, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that by now, but if you're wondering what my favorite Pokemon is, it's Heracross. My boy Heracross. I used him on a playthrough for the first time when I was like 12, 13? I don't remember when. Just was the best little beetle guy. Really big fan of Heracross. I don't know. Just been my guy ever since. Also a pretty big reason why Gen 2 is my favorite generation. I've said this before too. I'm probably talking about Pokemon too much here, but what are you gonna do when you're walking 4 animals? Oh, that one grew up actually. What are you gonna do when you're walking 4 animals across an ice lake? But yeah, that's a big reason why Generation 2 is one of my favorites. It's when Heracross was introduced. You just headbutt a tree a couple times. Sometimes you'll get one. Cool little guy. Also a sick shiny. Just all pink. All right, anyway. We're nearly home now. Let's go. Okay, we got everyone in. And here you go, sheep, for your troubles. let me go gather a little bit of spruce so I can make this at least look cohesive. I'm just putting away my inventory, so actually before I gather any spruce wood, let me go ahead and make an enchanting table. This is a pretty big occasion in the world, actually. The first enchanting table. Boom. The farm is looking better now, for sure. At least it's all spruce instead of, you know, cobbled deep slate mess. Obviously, I'm building a barn today, so this is very much temporary. They will all be moving in this episode, once again. But before I collect materials for this build and actually start talking about it, I need to do some more mining, for sure. Running a little bit low on iron, just under a stack. I have 4 diamonds. I kind of want to increase that here as well. But honestly, most importantly, I have 12 pieces of coal. I need way more of that. Before we even hit the caves, I might tackle this little, like, mountain feature thing over here. Just try to find some, like, nice and easy coal up there. And then we can actually go back down into the big cave we found last episode. But I would like to check out what kind of enchantments I have access to right now. So, I have 10 bookshelves here. I'm going to set the enchanting table very temporarily, right over here. Oh, wait, actually, is snow going to be a factor? Snow might be a factor. Change of plans. Moving it onto the ice. I will obviously move this into its own building as well. But for the time being, let me see what I can get. This should get some decent enchantments. Unbreaking 3 is actually really good on a level 20 enchantment. Let's go make our first diamond pickaxe of the world. Hopefully Unbreaking 3 is also guaranteed on that. Would be sick if I can get just a little bit of fortune just to hit the caves with. Make my job a little bit easier here. All right, so Unbreaking 3 is still guaranteed on the diamond pickaxe. It's just Unbreaking 3. But that's not too bad. Efficiency 3 is next. That's also pretty good. Now, after enchanting my first diamond pickaxe, I decided to head towards that mountain structure I pointed out earlier and gather up all the coal that I can find there. All right, there should be enough coal here for a little while. I gathered about 5 stacks. And there's honestly still a little bit more up there. A lot of the coal up there was, like, you know, further into like a little cave that I found, but didn't really want to go too deep, especially without a shield, so kind of just gathered what I could without putting myself in too much risk. And yeah, that was definitely very needed. That restocks our coal supply very nicely here. But now I do think it's time to hit the mines. So actually, I'm going to take a full stack of this coal and make it all into torches, because we still have a ton of that cave to light up down there. And I'm hoping to find a lot of diamonds, so let's see. Now I'm in a slightly different part of the cave, but I do just want to light all this up just to make it completely safe. Also, might as well grab the iron that I just ran by. I'm mainly looking for iron and diamonds at this point, since I just went mining for some coal. If I find anything else along the way, of course, I'll take that too. But yeah, this is a different area of the cave, but it's a little bit less daunting here. So I'm going to start in this area, and then once this ends, I can make my way back to, you know, where I was last episode. There are some diamonds down there, though. You guys probably can't see that, but I will make my way. Oh, there's a mine shaft over here. Wait, that's actually huge. A mine shaft is really big. I can get some oak wood from that. So my game plan right now, I think I'm just going to run and grab these diamonds over here that I saw, and then I'm going to make my way back to the main cave. I think it'll be way easier to actually make my way around going from the top. So let me just grab these diamonds here really quick, and then I'll make my way back up. Hopefully it's more than just one. It looks like it's just 1 diamond. Oh, never mind. That's why you always mine around your diamonds. All right, we got, what, 4 diamonds out of that? 3 diamonds. That's not bad at all. I do see some more diamonds over there. So let's continue. I am just a little bit sketched out of this cave because it is massive. And it's very difficult to get it all lit up. There's a creeper up there. That's what I'm scared of, man. I feel like I'm just gonna get dive bombed here any minute. All right, I'm gonna grab these diamonds. And then I'm going to go back to the main entrance of this cave that we found last episode. And I'll kind of start from there and try to go more like methodically down. I think that's probably the safest way to approach this. Okay, so this was the cave that we were in last episode. And as you can see, this thing is massive. So I'm just going to keep running around and gaining more territory in this area. And hopefully as I go, I just naturally find some diamonds. My goal is to light this whole thing up at some point so we can kind of run freely through this whole area. The difficult part is going to be going down. Dude, this cave is huge. Also, I see some diamonds all the way over there. You guys see those? I'm really not sure I'll be able to make it over there today, but we'll see what happens. And more diamonds right here. But there's a lot of mobs around me, so I gotta chill, including this baby zombie. I hate baby zombies, dude. I feel like even just one can kill me. And I'm so worried about behind. There's just so much space in this cave, dude. Let me go ahead and yoink this diamond before I forget. Looks like it's just 1, but better than no diamonds, I suppose. And I'm trying to do this as, like, methodically as possible. But it's quite difficult when there's so many different levels and different caves and whatnot. More diamonds, though. That's sweet. That was a nice vein, too. There are so many offshoots to this cave, dude. It is ridiculous. This cave actually goes on infinitely, I think. Okay, so this looks like the main cave, just down a level. Which is definitely terrifying, because there's a lot of stuff after me. Look at all this. But I think this is how I make my way back up. Oh, no, it's absolutely not. I thought I was going towards, like, the exit, but I think I'm just a little lost. Oh, it's over that way. Okay, I can see some more torches. Okay, cool. But all right, we are back to the main section of the cave. I don't even know, like, how to tackle this. I kind of just ran off in one direction earlier. I guess let's kind of pick up where I left off. Like, that looks nuts, man. This is huge. Oh, baby zombie, that is a... Wait, hold on. That baby zombie has an iron sword. That will kill me. That will actually kill me. No joke. I gotta take this one very carefully. I have an idea. It's not my proudest idea, but I have an idea. But I'll get to him, right? He's dead. Okay, like, actually, like, that was a huge threat. I'm not even gonna lie. That zombie was a massive threat. Baby zombies are insanely hard to hit, and if they have, like, any tool, they do so much damage. If I had better armor, I would have taken them on for sure, but iron armor, not a chance. I wonder if I can make it to those diamonds that I saw earlier when I was like up top there or wherever I was. I'm pretty sure they're in this direction where I'm looking now. I don't really want to turn all this into obsidian. I kind of want to keep it just for the light. Oh, there's diamonds right here. I kind of want to keep it just for the light. Where were those diamonds that I saw? I can't find them. Oh, there they are. I think they're those. Okay. Let me go grab those and then I'm going to head out actually after that because I do only have 21 torches left. More diamonds over here too. But there's a creeper nearby. Let's deal with him. And then let's grab up these. I think there was like 4 diamonds here. Not bad at all. And then let me take this one that's up here. And then I will start heading back. Here's my last torch. Bang. Alright. Got a lot lit up in this cave. And we got 24 diamonds. It is certainly not bad at all. That'll make gathering materials a lot easier for my build today. Alright, let me resurface. I'll try to grab the iron and stuff that I see, and this 1 diamond over here. I will grab some of the stuff that I see on my way back, but that was really successful here once again. Now, I did see that mine shaft earlier, and I would have really liked to get some oak wood, but I'm not sure I'm completely ready to search a mine shaft just yet. Those cave spiders are absolutely no joke when you don't have good armor. So I think I'll build like the barn today out of mainly spruce, kind of the same blocks we used for the starter cabin. And then in the next few episodes, I'll try to get a lot stronger, and then I can actually take on that mine shaft. I don't know if you can find like saplings and stuff in mine shaft chests, but it'd be really cool to find some oak saplings or even some moss down there if that's possible. But sweet, man, we made it out safely. That was huge. Great mining trip. 26 diamonds now to my name. That's fantastic. I'm just doing some chores here around the area, breeding up the animals. I also extended the sugarcane farm over there, harvested my crops. I do want to go ahead and gather some materials, but before I get to that, I'm gonna enchant some stuff. So with all those diamonds we just got, I'm gonna make a full set of, diamond tools. So I can retire the iron stuff. Have you guys ever seen anyone throw snowballs this fast? Ready? I'm the best. What was I doing? Oh yeah, grabbing my diamonds. I have 26 diamonds. So, let's grab all the sticks that we have. I'm gonna make a diamond axe. Might as well make a diamond sword as well. A diamond shovel. And then I will make... Let's make a chest piece. Some leggings. And then I'll make some boots. So we can retire 3/4 of the iron armor as well. And we have a diamond left over. Almost completely diamonded out. That's a word, I promise. But let's go see what kind of enchantments I can get on this. I know it's still not a level 30 enchanting table, but we'll get there. Pretty sure efficiency 3 is guaranteed on the tools. Sword is sharpness 3. Might as well check some of the armor. Unbreaking 3 is actually pretty good. Blast protection 3, fire protection 3. I'm gonna take efficiency 3. That'll make gathering some materials a little bit faster. If I can get regular protection like that, protection 3 in the leggings is pretty good right now. Yeah, I'll take that. Protection 3 in the leggings. Sweet. And then what else can we get here? Ooh, silk touch. I'm going to take that, but I'm disenchanting this first. Because now we can get a silk touch pickaxe. Efficiency 2, unbreaking 3. That's a great pickaxe. Another silk touch enchant? I'm getting spoiled. Feather falling 3, I'm taking that. And blast protection. Silk touch on the shovel isn't huge. It would have been cool, but it's not like completely necessary, you know? I like where that got me. And soon, very soon, we'll get this to level 30. For now, though, this'll, help me gather some materials and it'll make the whole process go a whole lot faster. Oh, I did just realize something, though. I might need to bring an iron pickaxe to gather deep slate if I need any. I have a couple extra stacks. We should probably be fine. But if I need to gather any deep slate, I can't use this pickaxe since it has silk touch on it. But the color palette is going to be incredibly similar to my starter house. Both because I think it looks nice, and also because I don't really have many options to blocks right now. I'm very tempted to go back into the caves and get the wood from the mine shaft, but I really don't want to risk that right now. I probably could with my better armor and stuff, but I'm not going to. All right, I'm going to refuse. So we're just going to use the same color palette. So I'm going to go ahead and chop down all my spruce trees, probably get some more tuff. I don't think I have too much of that. I'll gather up some other stone blocks, and then we should be good to build. There's a creeper there. I see you. But let me cut it away to a couple time lapses of me gathering stuff. And hey, look at that. Just started to snow. How poetic. 360. Creeper never saw it coming. Alright, I've tried to record this like 4 times. I'm not used to commentating myself gathering materials, but here we go. This is the one. Not gonna cut. Perfect commentary. I gathered up spruce. Also, I stripped it to save myself some time. Because I'm like that. I'm awesome. I gathered up some stone after that. Look at me go. With my new silk touch pickaxe. And then I just kind of stopped moving here for a second. Don't know why I did that. Tuff was after that. Just continued going deeper into the cave. Love tuff. It's slowly becoming one of my favorite blocks in the game, I think. Gathered up so much of this stuff. On my way out, though, I did find a slime, which is fascinating. Now I know there's a slime chunk in this cave, and I can get a lot of slime balls. Love that. Now I became very indecisive. I decided to terraform this area right here. I wanted to put the barn here, like, originally. But then I kind of changed my mind, and I decided to move it to over here. So I decided to terraform this little mound as well. I don't know. I'll put something on that first spot, probably eventually, but I'm running out of time. I think I have enough materials to at least get started here. I'm hoping that I don't need to actually go gather anything else, but you really never know with me. Obviously, I don't map these things out first, so I just kind of collect a lot of everything and then just go from there. But I did clear out 2 different spots Well, this one I didn't really clear out too much. I did chop down this hill a little bit, but I'm thinking of putting the barn here. I think there's a lot of space. I can kind of like tuck it back this way. I just chopped down this hill because I think it was just a little bit too high. I probably want to terraform like back here as well. These hills are a little bit awkward. But the other spot that I terraformed a little bit is back here. But I just don't really feel like I'll be able to get the same amount of space. And also, I kind of want it like facing my house. I just think it would tie the area together a little bit more. And I think that's just a little bit too like behind, you know? I could maybe put it like right here. That would work, but that would require a lot more terraforming, and I kind of don't want to do that, so I'm just going to utilize the flat space I have right here. All right, so it's taken a little while, but I think I finally have the shape, like the size of this build down. I'm finding this kind of difficult to describe what I just built, but I'm still going off that reference image I showed earlier. I'll pop it on the screen again. Yeah, so I never brought up the reference image before this point. Not really sure why I thought I did. But yeah, dude, you gotta pull it together, man. A lot of people tune into your stuff whenever you make it now, and they're expecting a professional final product. None of this rookie stuff. Because like now I'm forced with coming up with a creative way to explain like why I'm bringing up this reference image. And this is the best thing I could think of, I guess. Like getting really close to the microphone and talking kind of quiet without any like voice effects that I would normally throw on. I don't know, man. Gotta pull it together, dude. Like, you're better than this. Maybe you're not. I don't know. This is a weird part of the video. If you made it to this point, let me know what I should get for lunch. Yeah, that works. Okay, I'll put the reference image on the screen now, though, so you guys aren't completely lost when I'm describing the layout of the build. But yeah, let's get back to what was happening before. But this middle section is gonna act as the middle section of that reference image, right? So if you can imagine this like larger rectangle in the middle, that's gonna be the tallest roof point. And then this little rectangle in the front is going to be that, I guess, that area in the front that kind of just slopes down a little bit, if you get what I'm saying. And then these two spruce sections off to the side, just going to be the rest of the build, those two other rooms there. I do think I'm going to actually bump these out a little bit more, give myself just a tad bit more space on the inside. I think these spruce sections are going to be where the animals actually go. So this build's actually going to turn out pretty big. I might need more materials for this. But whatever. All right, let's start placing some other stuff. I'm gonna go around now and texture up the tuff that I just put down. Gonna do that with some stone, some cobblestone, and maybe some light gray wool and andesite. I think we definitely have enough space to do that. I'm gonna walk through once again how I go about texturing things as well. This is how I've been texturing lately, and I think my builds have turned out way better when I kind of use this method. So I want the lightest block to be light gray wool, right? So I'm gonna start with that. Light gray wool goes right there in the middle. Every block touching that is going to be andesite, because that is the next darkest block in my little gradient I have. From there, I'm gonna attach some stone. And I actually have to get rid of a little bit more of this tuff, because right after the stone, we're gonna have cobblestone, and then that's gonna bleed into the tuff. So just like that. This is my favorite way to texture. I think when you start with like either the lightest or the darkest point, and then just progress slowly through the gradient, it has the best outcome. And as long as you kind of texture like this consistently, it should look really nice. I guess I should also say, as long as your gradient is also good. I also don't even need to finish at the light gray wool. Like, it's not necessary. I could also even get darker than this tuff. I might do that as I build this up, but if I were to go a shade darker, I would very certainly go with, I don't have any on me. I would go with like the Silk Touch Deep Slate block, and if you have like the top texture showing, that's a really, really good way just to get slightly darker than tuff, because then you can also blend that into more deep slate and get even darker still if you want. But I'm actually only going to throw 2 little sections of that in, because a lot of this is actually not going to be seen. Like this line of tuff here won't be seen. This line won't be seen. That line over there, obviously. So that should be good enough for this foundation. Now, though, I have to go through and toss in a whole lot of spruce logs. I think I'm going to do the same like alternating pattern that I have here on the starter house. I might adapt it slightly, but we'll kind of see how it turns out, I guess. And yeah, this is definitely going to take a long time. So let me throw in a whole bunch of layers of spruce wood here, and then I'll be back once I'm happy with the size of these walls. So I started the time-lapse recording after I built up the back wall, so that's why it was already built up when this time-lapse started. I'm not really sure what to talk about, though, like when I'm just placing these blocks down on the walls. I'm actually running out of time, so I guess this works. Now, it looks like just a big, like, blob of spruce, but I do have all the walls in now, and it's definitely starting to take shape. I think once I throw the roof on and then, like, detail the walls a little bit more, this thing's actually gonna look really nice. I might extend out this front section a little bit more. It might not be, like, enough right now, but I'll see. I don't know. I'll leave it for the time being. Let me start working on the roof. And once again, I'm gonna use the same like roof design. I'm gonna have the spruce stairs just directly underneath all the deep slate, just to make it look like the roof was made out of spruce and then they just laid like some metal sheet on top of it or something. That's the idea I'm going for anyway. That's like what a lot of these log cabin buildings have, at least from what I've seen on like Google and stuff. To get like inspiration for these builds, I've been looking up just actual pictures of like log cabins and stuff, like real life ones, not in Minecraft. And a lot of them have like wood as the main roof, but then like they put some kind of like really thin metal over top of it. Now I can't really do that in Minecraft. I can't really get a thin metal, but I can get some deep slate, and I think that's good enough. I'm gonna walk through just one side of this roof, and then I'll just replicate that everywhere. So the way that I get this design is I start with some deep slate right here, put a block of spruce, a spruce stair underneath it that is upside down, put some deep slate on top of that, and then we kind of just repeat until we get into the center. In the middle here then, which I think is right here, I'm going to have a spruce beam going all the way across, and then I'll make it look kind of weird like I did over here. I don't know what type of design I want to go for right now, but that's fine. I don't really need to know that at the moment. That's kind of something that I add near the end. And then the roof will look something like this. It looks fairly plain. Like normally I don't just use stairs going all the way up into the middle. I'll add some like full blocks or something. But a lot of the cabins that I was looking at have pretty simple like shaped roofs. And I think this is the best way to articulate that here in Minecraft. But even though that it is simple, I think it's still gonna look nice, especially because I'll be able to add in a little bit of like shading on the roof like we did here in the starter house with the tough variants. I think that'll look really nice going all the way around. So it'll look simple, but I think it'll also look really nice. I think what I'll do is I'll work on the main rectangle here. I'll work on this roof just completely on camera. And then maybe I'll cut it to another time lapse to finish off the rest. So I'm just gonna connect up this middle spruce beam. Like I said, I'll change this out later, but it just makes a lot more sense if I connect it up right now. I feel like I can picture this a lot more if I'm able to do that. So let me grab some tough variants, because as I'm putting in these blocks, I'm gonna start showing off the texturing techniques that I'm going to use. So for this roof, I'm going to be using tough brick stairs and the regular tough stairs, along with these deep slate variants that we used on the ends of the roof. So I'm going to do this in pretty much the same exact way that I detailed the foundation of the build. The tough stairs here are the lightest block that I'm going to use in this roof. So I'm going to start with these. Every block that would be touching these, I'm going to put the next darkest block, which in this case is tough brick stairs. And then every block touching those, we're going to put the deep slate brick stairs to blend those in. And that's not where that block is supposed to go. And then after the deep slate brick stairs, just have these deep slate tiles. And the final result will look like this. So it's just a small like highlight on the roof down in this bottom corner. But I think it looks really, really good. I'm gonna do the same exact thing now in this upper left corner. So just put down a whole bunch of these tough stairs, gonna come back through with the tough brick stairs. And then from there we got the deep slate bricks. And then of course finally gonna end at these deep slate tiles. And then I'm gonna throw a really small lighter patch just up here in the front. We're not going to go all the way to the tough stairs this time. I'm just going to end at the tough brick stairs instead. And then an even smaller light patch just right here, because why not? This time I'm not going to use any tough. This is just going to be deep slate. And it's getting really dark, so I do have to come sleep, but let's see what this looks like. All right, and then that is what this side of the roof is going to look like. Oh, I did miss some deep slate right there. I have to go add that in. But I think that looks really good. Now, one more thing I'm going to do to this roof is I'm going to put a row of spruce trapdoors beneath it. So on all of these blocks here, I'm going to have one row of spruce trapdoors. So it's very similar to the starter house roof. I did the same exact thing down here, as you can see. But those trapdoors just make sure that there's spruce kind of under every bit of deep slate, or at least it looks like that, you know? Let me just do this same exact thing on the other side here, and then the roof of the main rectangle will be just about finished. All right, so the back side is now completely done, and I think it looks really solid again. I think this whole roof has come together nicely. All right, so then at this point, I'm just gonna run around and do this exact roof design over here, and then I'll come up with something for the front here. It'll probably just like swoop down just a couple blocks. There is a chance I'll have to bump this out like I was saying before, but I'll know that once I try to put the roof on. Yeah, so I totally didn't forget to record that time lapse. Like, I definitely did not forget to start the recording again on replay mod. Glad I didn't forget that. That would have been awkward. Yeah, the roof's done. Look at it. I think it looks cool. Let's fly around a little bit more. This building's definitely coming together. Looks way better than it did just a second ago. I still have to figure out the spruce beams at the top. Like, they're not even symmetrical. You can see over here there's a stair, and this one goes out another block. I have to do that over there too, but don't pay attention to that. Just pay attention to the shading on the roof. I think it looks really nice. And now we can probably move on to detailing these walls a little bit more. It's difficult because I don't want to just copy and paste the exact same building everywhere, but I do think it would look nice once again to kind of have this window design. I do wish I had some other blocks. Like, I think scaffolding would be nice. If I made these like walls 2 layers thick, I could have scaffolding and then some fence of some kind. That would look really cool in here, I think. Or even like some glass and maybe some scaffolding. Like some combination of something like that I think would be perfect. But I don't have any more blocks on me at the moment, so I'm gonna have to run around and do this same window design probably everywhere. It'll still look good, I think. Let me show off how to make one of these windows here, and then I'll probably just cut away until we're all done. Honestly, I might even just cut away until the whole building's done. I don't normally like doing the final touches of the build on camera because I'm like the most indecisive at that point. I'm just like scrambling and throwing random blocks in random places. So I kind of like just doing that on my own time and then talking about it afterwards. But I can talk about this. So we're going to come through here with a couple spruce stairs and then also a trapdoor right in the middle. And then I like to line this with trapdoors as well. I think this frames out the window nicely, or just frames out the area really nicely. That looks cool to me. And then on the inside here, we're going to be using these deep slate brick walls and deep slate tile walls and tough brick walls. But we need a ring of full blocks around it. So all in here, I need full blocks. Just like that. Looks very strange, but it's fine. I'll make the interior fit for sure. And then on these full blocks is going to be where the walls go. And then in the middle there is where the glass would actually go. Let me see if I have any. All right, we got 22. That's probably enough for this whole build. I don't imagine I'm going to have too many windows. And then just like that, let me go ahead and throw a lantern down here just to add a little bit of light to this area. There we go. There's the little window design that I'm going to be rocking with. So let me run around and do this everywhere. And then I'll either be back with a fully finished exterior, or I'll be back to show you something else. I don't really know just yet. The build is now, I think, completely done. The exterior and the interior. I did both. I got a little bit carried away. I moved all the animals over as well, aside from the sheep. And you'll kind of see why when I actually go inside. But let me turn around and reveal the build. I think this thing looks really cool. The roof is interesting. Like the roof beam on the top looks a bit strange. But I'm kind of liking it. It's growing on me a little bit. A lot of the like Viking reference images I was looking at kind of had these like little swoopy bits at the end. Sometimes they were like shaped into like a dragon head or something. Sometimes they weren't. So I kind of just tried to emulate that in the game here. I think that's what I'm going to try to do for like every build. Just have a different like beam going across the top. I don't know. I think it looks really cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think this whole build, like in its entirety, came along really, really well. Instead of incorporating like the dark oak wood and the unstripped spruce like I did on the starter house, instead here I just put some barrels just to kind of add some texture variation in a couple different places. I don't know if I did any on the back. The back is pretty bare, but it looks fine, I think. I'm not going to really see it from back there too often. But yeah, didn't really have too many other wood types to use. Maybe I can go back through and renovate some of these builds once I get like oak and maybe like more dark oak. I could have went to the pillager outpost and gathered dark oak, but I was kind of tired of gathering wood. This build turned out pretty big, and I had to gather my spruce trees like 2 separate times, I think, to complete this thing. But I'm happy with it. I'm glad I took the time to actually build this. This is honestly one of my favorite builds I might have ever done. I say that, I think, almost after every build I do, but I don't know. I feel it after every build I do. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So we have this little porched area now. This is a little bit different from the layout before. And then on the inside, it is like pretty much completely done. It's a little bit bare, but I think it's fine. It gets the vibes and the point across. Have a couple like spruce leaves and some composters. And instead of just putting 2 leaves above it, made it look like they're a little bit bushier. Just added a couple more leaves. I think it looks pretty cool. We have this little upstairs section as well, but I'll go up there in a second. Whole bunch of storage here. All these chests are accessible and are able to be opened. This is where I'm going to keep all of my like food products, I guess. I'm probably never going to fill up, honestly, like even one of these maybe. So we have a ton of extra storage. Have a small area to actually smelt stuff. That is where the chimney is on the outside pretty much. Also, let me talk about this chimney. I love the shape of this. Oh, I forgot the campfire up top. But I really like the shape of this chimney. I think it turned out pretty well, too. The shading looks nice, going from the deep slate through the tuff, all the way up to the andesite and the stone near the top. I'm a really big fan of using walls in chimneys now. Like, normally I would have used stairs instead of the walls here, but I think the walls just add a cooler shape to the whole thing. I've been doing this a lot lately, and I definitely prefer this over the stairs. But yeah, here on the inside, as you can see, I have 2 spots for animals. I have the pigs over here, which I have actually cleaned out a lot of. I didn't want to move like 80 pigs over here. I had a lot that I kept breeding up, so I'm like kind of smelting down all the food in these smokers. But anyway, I moved in a handful of pigs, bred them up a little bit. I'll continue doing this, obviously. And then I also thinned out my cows a little bit and brought them over and bred them up as well. There's not too much going on in the pens themselves, but these are pretty slowly going to get populated with a lot of animals, so I'm not too worried about the decoration there on the inside. There isn't really room for the sheep. I could maybe like tuck it up here somewhere. I don't know. I need to put a block there. I'll do that later. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. But yeah, up top here, there's just a collection of barrels. Nothing too crazy here. I probably won't actually even use these. And then over on this side, I do want to put more hay bales kind of up in this like loft section, but I only have 1 to my name right now, so I will I'll work on that later in just a couple chests. Really, really bad decoration up here, I'm not gonna lie, so just don't think about it too much. The floor on the inside, there's some coarse dirt in here, there's some regular dirt, and there's some packed mud, which, of course, if you guys didn't know, you don't have to actually go to a mangrove swamp to get mud. You can just use a water bottle on dirt, and that'll turn into the mud block, combine that with wheat, and you get this. Beneath this is a little bit annoying, right? Beneath this, I had to clear out a little bit of space because the dirt up here kept turning into grass. I didn't know dirt could spread like vertically, but I guess it can. So I guess you learn something new every day. Yeah, that's the build. This is a big one, dude. Like, I had to repair my axe a couple times. I had to go gather some more deep slate in the mines, and I actually found 2 diamonds when I was down there. I just fed them to the axe. I used my other diamond on the axe earlier. If I had known I was going to find 2 diamonds, I would have waited and made a new axe and then combined it to make it full. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Yeah. This thing's big. I do need to remember the campfire up top. Let me go throw that on, and then we can take a look at this build with some shaders on. I still feel like my shadow looks a little bit weird. Hold on, can I change this in the shader settings? Change the shadow light multiplier. Oh wait, that might have done something. Yeah, okay, that looks way better now. Oh, but all my builds are way more shadowy. Ah, I see kind of why it did that. If there's too many shadows in the build, it doesn't look as good in thumbnails, so that's why I have that kind of maxed out. Anyway, we have shaders on. Hold on. I always forget to do this. I also always forget to turn them back on afterwards, but let's turn off my clouds. Yeah, dude, the world looks beautiful with my shaders on. But let's take a look at the brand new build for today's episode with shaders. See, it's a little bit dark. If I turn the shadows up a little bit more, it'd look better, I think, but overall, I think it still looks cool. I'm proud of this, man. I like the little village we're building up here. And like, you kind of see what I'm talking about with the placement of this build. I wanted to like put it over here originally, but I think it looks way better over there, like kind of facing the house. I think if I had this tucked back here, it wouldn't look as cohesive at least to me. But I think this captures like the Viking aesthetic pretty well. I really like the style I'm going with here, like the Viking log cabin kind of aesthetic. It's a little bit annoying to build in, I gotta be honest. Like, putting down these logs in like alternating patterns is quite annoying. Like, dude, I so wish that I could just start spamming spruce or something, but I want it to look a particular way, you know? But yeah, I like this build a lot. I hope you guys like it as well. Now, the animals, aside from the sheep, have a nicer place to live. But thank you so much for watching. That's going to do it for this episode. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.